Last week on Sailing Laguna, I made the giant journey from Sydney to LA to Atlanta to Savannah, hired a car, and I got my first sight of the actual boat. This week, I'm going to go through a whole bunch of the little things that I did to try and get the boat up to speed before heading back off to California to meet the family. Right, so cleaning the mold out of the cabins. Let's go down and have a look. Alright, so I'm sure you're dying to know what was actually in all these cupboards. So the first one here, we've got the battery bank. There's the switches for the like the lights, the house bank, the battery bank. I haven't figured out what that one is for yet. And so the back there is all those solenoids, or whatever you want to call them. There you go, we come through. Here's where the inverter is. So hopefully you can see that. The Sterling Power Products Pro Combi S. And then the final one here, we just have the diesel tank. Alright. So one of the first priorities, I guess, is to make sure, I've got a habitable sleeping space. So I've been cleaning the walls to try and wipe off. There's just a little bit of mold on the walls. So I've been cleaning the walls to wipe that off, and then of course also doing the linen. So this is where we're up to with the linen. This is all washed linen slash pillows that weren't too moldy, so that have been kept. So I think I've got some folding to do tonight. Well, the great cleanup continues. Look what we found in another cupboard. This cupboard here has got 20 mil, an inch of 30 mil, an inch of water in it. Add that to the list of things to clean. Alright, well, we're at Best Buy. We want to get a SIM card, or I want to get a SIM card for my phone. So let's go and see what plans they got. Alright, well, here's the go on the SIM cards. So I went to get a SIM for my phone, and then I just sort of had an inkling, because I knew that the US had banned Huawei's 5G network, or access to the 5G network. So I just sort of checked with my phone, which is not a 5G phone. A little bit funny, because the attendant sort of said, oh, well, Donald Trump, he banned all phones from China, so anyway, I got a Samsung. And what plan did we go on? Now, Verizon have really good coverage, but the guy actually recommended going with, I think, Total, because Total actually uses a number of carriers, and they have a slightly cheaper plan with better hotspot availability, or more gigs for hotspots. Anyway, let's go set up the phone and do the next thing. The Doonas don't fit in the washing machine at the marina, so I had to find a big time laundry with the big washing machines to wash those Doonas. And I even got a free one, because they just installed one, and they used mine for a test run. So the guys are just installing them right now. All right, well, I picked up the Gosner milk there, the whole milk, but they only had 4 litres of it, 4 cartons of it, so I had to get some 2% milk. Campbell won't be happy with that. provisioning. All right, so what I've done with provisioning is this is the stuff that's going to go into bags for each week, and I'm only doing 3 weeks at this stage. There's 4 basic provisioning areas. So I've got the freezer, of course, and that's got the frozen peas, because Campbell is addicted to frozen peas, so God help us if we didn't have frozen peas for him. The next area of provisioning that we have is where the spices are, so they sort of go above the kitchen sink there. A third area of provisioning is the stuff that is just sort of ongoing. So it's your big tub of rice, your big tub of pasta. What else is in there? Peanut butter, Vegemite. So they can all stay in the pantry that's over at the side there. Okay, well, it's all clean at the moment. So let's have a look down here. This is, of course, the Dometic fridge here, or freezer, I should say. And then that's all the stuff that came out of here. So we'll have to go through that and decide what we want back in and what we want in the bin. All right, well, she's all clean, she's all put back together. What was in there? There was some bolt cutters. There was some lower legs for the table if you wanted to lower that. And some fishing tackle by the looks of it. All right, it's your turn, Honda baby. Let's see if we can get you going. Alright, so I've given everything a wipe down from here up now. So now I'm obviously just trying to wipe down in the bilges here. So I've got some West Marine bilge cleaner here, which is like a biodegradable citrus type smelling. Smells, much more pleasant than bilge smell. We're still at the marina, so what I'm just going to do is just give it a little wipe down here with the brush, and then follow it with some fresh water to sort of help wash it out, and hopefully it'll be smelling a lot better. Well, we're learning lots all the time. So that little well, of course, that I showed you down there, of course, is filled up with water, seeing as I've been rinsing, the bilge down. Now, I noticed that the bilge pump came on, of course, and the bilge pump stayed on, and I was wondering about that. This line here, that looks like that's a big line, must go to a manual pump or something. And there's another line here. Right, which this is the one that actually goes to the bilge pump. Right, that one just there. And then of course if I put my hand down into the bilge, there's a yummy thing to do. Then we have all those potential things there that might actually block a bilge. So there you go, that's worth cleaning out, I guess. Alright, well, the good news is the bilge pump's now working. It's not 100%, but I believe you can order a seal kit. So we'll order a seal kit and put that in. Alright, well, that bilge pump issue meant that I didn't get time to actually get the water system up and running. It's just not as simple as filling the tanks with water. I wanted to basically clean the tanks out. I want to change the filters first. So Sam and the boys are going to be turning up to a boat that's got no running water on it. Anyway, and again, of course, yes, there's lots of things to clean here. Did I expect to be spending this much money on a boat and have this much work to do? No. But look, this is just the circumstances kind of that COVID has sort of brought about, so it is what it is. Anyway, I'm heading off to LA to meet Sam and the boys who are flying in. We're then going to the desert in California to hang out with some friends that we haven't seen for a long time. So I'll finish the video with some footage of what we did that weekend, and then we'll return next week for continued repairs and getting all the systems running on the boat. All right, if you like what you've seen, please like and subscribe. Okay, see you in the next video. Well, we've returned the rental car. We are now on our way to California. Well, I am. I'm on my way to California to meet Sam and the boys and to see our friends Mel and 22. Alright, is this the best truck you've seen so far?
Yes.
Right. Alright, Cooper, what's this called? An aqueduct. And delivers water.
It's very fast. It's not fast. It's like strong current. So look, my arm is going to be the top of the water. This is going to be the torpedo. Look, watch this. Appear out of nowhere. And shoot torpedoes. Pretty sure I found some quartz.
Yeah, you might have. Yeah, look. I found some as well. There's a little bit of quartz.
Oh dear, look how big the turbine is. Oh well, now that you're all the way up there, I guess we might just leave you here then. Oh, what? Would you rather have the fire truck or the plane?
Fire truck. What?
Alright, Cooper, what movie was this plane in? Top Gun. An F-14 Tomcat.
Made in Los Angeles.
Made in LA. Feel the
need for speed.
No, I feel the need for speed.
That's exactly what I said.